Hey, good afternoon, puzzle friends. Today is Friday, July 7th, and we're here as usual to solve the New York Times crossword puzzle. Today's puzzle is constructed by Adrian Johnson, who I am not familiar with, but Adrian's probably terrific. Just did a live solve yesterday. That went pretty smooth, and it's been quite a week. Got a lot going on, but I'm powering through the tiredness to bring you the crossword content that you may or may not desire. So I'm pretty much a hero. Anyways, we're going to do the thing that we always do, solve a crossword puzzle. Today's Friday, so expecting probably a difficult puzzle with no theme would be my expectation, but whoever really knows. But hope you guys had a good week and continue to have a good week on this wonderful Friday. Here we go. Humorous nickname for a raccoon. I feel like something like a bandit, some kind of a bandit. Smokey the Bandit. Uh, Work could be like toil or not sure. Uh-oh, our parents will kill us. Actor Russell of Escape from New York. Well, that's Kurt Russell, an actual hero. So we should all be thankful to have Kurt Russell in our lives. His name is Kurt with a K, right? Missions. Yeah, that looks like OKs probably, right? You interrupted me. Like I was talking or I wasn't finished, something like that. Something Voyage, a long running London based holographic concert. Is it ABBA Voyage? No. I just feel like we see ABBA all the time, but that wouldn't probably be London based. Those guys are Swedes. Just about here. Like near, I don't know, out in public. I think that's openly gay, right? We'll see. Ice in some product names. Ice, ice in some product names. I don't know what that means. Support staff could be like a cane, something, a staff that physically supports a person. Difficult position, maybe. What could that be? Difficult position. Business in which one is paid to establish relationships. Business in which one is paid to establish relationships. A big trap. So that's like a yap, like a shut your trap, shut your yap. I don't know. Common cold reaction. That's probably burr. And this is Sao Tome, I think. Evening in Amalfi. So that's going to be Italian. And is that like Sarah? Buena Sarah? Sarah. I think so. Rice dishes traditionally made with saffron. Those are paellas. One of my all-time favorite foods, paella. Just wish there was more paella in the world, and I would eat it. The virtue of the virtue of the lukewarm, per Sartre. Is it like sarcasm? The virtue of the lukewarm. I don't know. Second, like your assistant or exaggerated workload. Like a ton. What is this? This is filled with gases aerate, right? Shortcut key would be control, aerate. So is it a ton of work? Second or third would be sun. So I think this is just going to be ton. Just going to go with my gut there. Block from working with up. Block from working with up. Like dry up. Backdrop for the 2019 film 1917 would be World War One. 1917 was awesome. It was like one of the best. Not a big war movie guy, but the way it was filmed and shot was totally riveting. Couldn't take my eyes off it. One specializing in that thing that we don't know. A business in which one is paid to establish relationships. So yeah, don't know what that is. Useful chain for dog owners is Petco. Stimulate. I don't know. Bound. One who's loyal to a fault. Jared, who played Morbius in 2022's Morbius. The only Jared I can think of is Jared Leto, who still looks exactly the same as he did on My So-Called Life 1,000 years ago. And if you're under the age of probably 40, I bet you've never heard of My So-Called Life. Cry accompanying whoopee. Festive Islamic greeting. Hmm. A metamorphosing little creature. It's like a newt. No, they don't metamorphose. Counter offer. Some food drive donations, like jars or tins. What is this? Track around a park. What could that be? Superfans purchase, like a season pass. Season pass, maybe. Not great. I mean, 6 minutes or so to just for a so-so first pass there on those acrosses. So hopefully we do a little better on the downs. Does seem like we have a challenging themeless puzzle, which is what we expected. So um, target field. Who plays at target field? I don't know. Whoa, say what? Catalonia neighbor. So Catalonia is like a region of Spain. Could it be like Basque? The Basque region? Hard to say. That's why we're here, to try and say, but sometimes it's hard. Gathering informally. 24-hour retail channel. So this is either HSN, Home Shopping Network, or QVC. I'm going to say, though, this poker prize is going to be the pot. So this probably is not going to be a Q, right? Because otherwise we would expect that to be a U. So we'll try Home Shopping Network because we're struggling and we need to fill something in. And we're just going to pray that we're correct. Guac and queso at some restaurants. Guac and queso at some restaurants, like add-ons. Add-ons, that feels good, like a Chipotle. Virtual game described as a cross between Tamagotchi and Pokemon. Virtual game. Tour de France champion Jonas Vingegaard for one. So I'm going to say this is a Dane. That feels like a Danish kind of name. Vingegaard. And then Port City. Oh, and then this would be the Port of Aden. Cool. So let's see. Trash Panda. There we go. We're making progress, guys. We're getting there. Tired or not, we will power through. Target field team. Like, what even fits there? Trash Panda definitely feels right. Like, what is this? Our parents with us. We're so dead. So the Twins, Minnesota Twins, must be. And you interrupted me, like I wasn't done. So we're so dead. I wasn't done. Not a great stack there, although Trash Panda, I like. Whoa, say what? Like rewind. Just about here. Nigh, Nigh, Nigh. Catalonia. I'm going to say that's nigh. Like the end is nigh. Snow cone. And is this business in which one is paid to establish relationships? Like it's got to be like a dating, establish relationships, like a matchmaker, like a. Hmm. Moving on. Virtual game described as a cross. Okay, so this must be Neopets. And Skittles and darts are both examples of some murals. Back order. So like stay away. Back order. Stay away. Stay back. Stay away. I don't know. Something voyage. Ugh. Am I doing terribly here or what's going on? Skittles and darts are examples of bit of slow motion. Is that like a lag? A lag? A difficult position to be in, like an asana, like a yoga pose. Some murals. It's probably going to end in S. But we'll see. This must be. Oh, DNA testing is where you establish relationships, like family tree stuff. Cut out for it is able. Terse admission, I am. What might accompany a headlock is a noogie. Would a noogie be spelled like that? Like it's not with a U, right? Lukewarm, is this like modesty? Is that a virtue of the lukewarm? I don't know. One past a quarter. Not sure what that is. Track around a park, maybe. Is. I mean, I feel good about paellas in World War One. Like those, I'd say, are 100%. Petco, probably. But track around a park. Oh, a paw print. Oh, that's kind of a cute one. Dog stuff. I'm a sucker for dog stuff, so give me more dog stuff. Dropping a Han Dynasty urn artist. Oh, God, this guy's name is Ai Weiwei. And I don't blame you for not knowing that. I only know that because of a sequence of 3 pictures that I've seen of him dropping an urn where it's like, I'm about to drop this urn. I just dropped this urn. Wow, the urn smashed. And I think is it AI? Wait. Second. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's it. Very cool. I'd recommend checking it out. But man, that is a tough. That is super random that I happen to know that, and I think that's one of the toughest bits of trivia fill I've ever seen in a crossword puzzle. Condense as text would be edit down. What might bring the heat? Like an oven? What's this? Block from working up with like gum up. What might bring the heat? Or here's a thought. What's that, like new idea? New idea? So who specializes in DNA testing? A genealogist, infant's interjection. It's got to be a gene something, right? Some party planning inspirations. Not sure. Southern Tibetan people. Like is it Sherpa? I'm going to say that's a Sherpa. And Sherpa referring to a group of people, not just an individual. Aggregates or aggregates. Things that are beside the point. Beside the point. Some Facebook pings. Ugh. Struggling here. Kind of hit a little bit of a wall in the bottom part of this puzzle. Play checkers informally. Is that like refs? Referees? Requiring immediate attention. Is that like dire? Bet that's dire. Magical item held by Aladdin is a lamp where the genie was. Private support group. Is that like the USO? Keep out, ban. Work. Is that opus? Like my magnum opus? Skittles and darts are examples of like some murals. Urban art. There we go. So I guess this is ABBA. Skittles and darts. Pub games. There we go. The reason that threw me off is I've never heard of the pub game Skittles. Love darts though, and I have played hundreds of hours of darts in my life. Big darts fan. Moving on. This must be modesty, right? One past a quarter, like quarterfinal, then a semifinal. Might bring the heat, like a duck. Bring the heat. What is this? A geneticist? Is that it? Bring the heat. Oh, a duct. It's a duck, and it wasn't that far off. Stimulate is whet, like whet your appetite. Bound. One who's loyal to a fault. Oh, ride or die. That's something I wouldn't totally expect to see in a New York Times crossword, and I'm not mad about it. That's current, and I like it. And when I say current, I mean like people probably said that like 10 years ago, and like now young people would be like, you're 100 years old if you said that. Who knows? But I'm getting to be 100 years old, and seems that way with more and more of the some of the more slangy fill that we see. Cry accompanying whoopee would be I won. Oh, this is like Eid al Barak. Oh gosh, festive Islamic reading. That's another. I mean, along with Ai Weiwei, that is a really tough bit of kind of trivia fill, where it's like even if you had been to an Islamic holiday thing and celebrated Eid with people who, I mean, if you'd heard this expression and shared this day with people, you still might not be able to spell it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. A metamorphosing creature is a newt. I was right the first time. Counter offer is free something. Food drive donations, tins. Beside the point are cents. Oh, that's kind of cool. Like beside the point, on the other side of the decimal point, right? I like that. Some party planning inspirations are themes, aggregates, totals, Facebook pings. Facebook pings. Oh, free sample. There we go. Pings, is it like, oh, bound like hop, like to jump. And this will be pokes and USO. Hey, we done did it. We solved a Friday crossword in 1941. Glad to sneak it in under that 20-minute mark. That's pretty long, especially for like a themeless Friday. 20 minutes would be more like I can't figure out the theme of this puzzle on a Thursday and I'm just grasping at straws. I like this one. There was a lot of fill that I wasn't expecting to see. Eid Mubarak. Okay, yeah. I, Tough one. But that's what we want. It should be tough, and the crossers were sturdy enough to support some challenging proper nouns and some stuff that some really tough trivia. Phil, I got really lucky with Ai Weiwei that I just happened to know that. Eid Mubarak, I should have been closer to that, but doozy. I mean, this is a tough puzzle that has a lot of kind of slangy stuff, some I don't know dialect kind of like dialogue-y things that might be a little more conversational than dictionarial. I'm just going to go ahead and coin that phrase, dictionarial. I doubt that's a word, but who knows. Anyways, let's do a little review and then move on with our lives and get on with our weekends. Trash Panda, I mentioned, like that's a good one. It is a humorous nickname for a raccoon, although like probably hurts them a little bit insulting, a little bit. Work is an opus. We're so dead. I mentioned there's a lot of this kind of dialogue-y stuff. Just I don't know. We're so dead. It's not bad, but it's not strong, Phil, I would say. Kurt Russell, the freaking man. That guy has been in a lot of great stuff. Favorite Kurt Russell part is going to be Tombstone, though. I mean, good Lord. Um, Good stuff. I wasn't done. You interrupted me. ABBA Voyage, long running London based holographic concert. Like, holographic concert, I'm curious about. I didn't know that was a thing. I guess I've seen like hologram or holograph projections of like Tupac and Biggie and stuff at other concerts, but I don't know, is it like a whole concert where it's just ABBA's holographs? Also, is holograph different than hologram? Couldn't tell you. Nye, I couldn't. Out in public, openly gay. That's well clued. I think that's like a good example of well executed wordplay. Snow cone, but instead we have snow cane, which sounds like a hurricane made of snow, and I wouldn't want to be part of that. A difficult position is an asana. That's always down for a yoga clue. That's cool. Business in which one is paid to establish relationships, DNA testing, like the pair of these works, it kind of feels like you must have built around those two, which I don't know how strong that feels, especially geneticist. Like, I don't know. Like, would they also maybe be called a gene scientist or genetic scientist or genealogist or a, I don't know. Seems geneticist just seems like gene, and then could have like a billion ways to finish that. To call yourself a scientist, I don't know. Ma, Burr, Sao Tome, Buenos Aires, paellas. So we're feeling very international. We've got Sao. I'm guessing that's Brazilian or perhaps Portuguese, wherever Sao Tome is, and then we're moving to Italy, and then we're on to Spain. So yeah, very very international of us. Modesty, the virtue of the lukewarm. I don't So modest people are lukewarm. I don't buy it. Aid, Ton, Gum, World War One. I mentioned 1917. Excellent film. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Petco, Wet Hop, Ride or Die. Again, I mean, one that just feels a little more current and helps remind us we're in the 21st century. So Jared Leto, I won. Eid Mubarak, and I mean the holiday is Eid, right? Or is it like it's Eid al something? I don't know. Again, very very challenging bit of fill. Even if you're familiar with the holiday, the greeting, whatever, could still be tough to spell. Newt, free sample, tins, season pass. The only thing I have a season pass for is skiing, which I am a super fan of. So like, thumbs up. Target Field, home to the Twins. Sure, why not? Rewind, Aragon. Whew. I mean, another tough bit of trivia fill. Although, like sticking with our, international theme, like, hey, let's go. Sesh. It's funny. I just looked at this and like, if you watch this channel regularly, you know that I manage an outdoor music and performing arts venue in the summer, and we have free concerts on Tuesday nights that we call Hot Summer Nights. And so, like, the abbreviation HSN for me is Hot Summer Nights, and I see it and I use it all the time. And when I just was scanning through the puzzle here, that really threw me off. But yeah, if you happen to be in the Vale area on this coming Tuesday, check out Hot Summer Nights with 49 Winchester. It's going to be a banger. Moving on. Poker Prize, add-ons, Neopets. Never seen one of those. Dane. Sure. Okays. Pub games. I mentioned that. I like that one. And darts especially. That's a winner for me. Urban art, stay away, lag, control, aerate, able, I am, noogie. Noogie's a fun one. I mean, no one likes getting a noogie, but it's fun, Phil. Paw print. I mean, I mentioned Sucker for Dogs, Ai Weiwei. Like, check it out. I mean, and I mean, I said that I've seen a sequence of 3 pictures by him. I don't know if that is the dropping a Han Dynasty urn, the whole story for him, or if it's part of a broader series where he does it with other things. Like, Han Dynasty urn sounds really expensive though, so I guess he probably did it once and took a billion pictures and sequenced it. I'm now super curious about Ai Weiwei and probably gonna do a deep dive on him. Edit down. I mean, isn't that redundant? Like, isn't to edit condensing text? Like, I mean, can't edit. Can you edit up? I don't think so. You can just edit. So like, sun, duct, new idea, goo. That's a funny way to clue that. Infant's interjection, goo. I like it. Themes, Sherpa, totals, things that are beside the point. Sense, I mentioned I like that one. On the other side of the decimal point, very cute, good wordplay. Facebook poke, ref, dire, lamp, USO, and ban. So I mean, overall, some definitely unique, distinctive fill. I mean, I'm guessing Ai Weiwei, Eid Mubarak. Like, I don't know, but there could definitely be some answers in this one that have not appeared previously in New York Times crosswords. I don't know. You can find that out on xwordinfo.com, which is a great resource if you're interested enough to watch this content that I'm producing, then you're probably interested enough to check out xwordinfo.com. So do that. Anyways, though, like, good solve. That gave me what I was looking for. Again, moving a little slow. It's been a long week and it's far from over, but Managed to get through a Thursday and a Friday puzzle. We are officially crushing this week for live solves, 2 for 2. So love that for us. As always, like the thing, subscribe to the thing, appreciate that. And hope you'll join me again next time for another live solve of the New York Times crossword. And hope to see you here again. Bye.